Hi guys. Um, I'm going to be reading a couple facts. There are a lot over here. I decided to just try to find a few random ones that, you know, I thought were interesting. I say a few, there's like 100 here, so yeah. Yeah, bear with me. But yeah, let's let's get right into it. Okay. So, number one, Augustus Caesar was the richest person in history, with an estimated wealth of approximately 4.6 to 4.63 trillion dollars. Damn. Number 2. Alexander the Great was buried alive accidentally, which I think that's kind of funny because how do you get buried alive accidentally? Anyways, though, number 3. The most successful pirate in history was a woman named Jing Shin. She had upwards of 300 warships and 1,200 support ships, which is a fuck ton of ships, my god. In the ancient Olympics, athletes performed naked. This because gymnastics comes from the Greek word gymnasia, which is athlete or athletic, which is like train and exercise, and gymnas means naked. And that's kind of funny because imagine seeing all these muscular men just running around buck ass naked. That'd be hilarious, but also kind of hot. Not gonna lie. Number 5. Julius Caesar was stabbed 23 times. I feel like this is a lot more of a common known fact because everyone had to take this in school at some point and learn about it. Well, at least for my area. But yeah, poor guy was stabbed a couple times. Number 6. The Colosseum was originally entire. What the hell did I write here? Oh, sorry. It was entirely made of marble, but because of pillaging and whatnot, it looks the way it does now. Number 7. The Colosseum was named that because it was next to the Colossus statue, which I guess makes sense. Number 8. Rasputin survived being poisoned and shot. Um, he was a religious man with high status, so people always assumed he had some kind of protection on him, or something along those lines. But yeah. Number 9. There were female gladiators called gladiatrix or gladiatrices. I didn't even know that they did that in ancient, like Roman times and whatnot. I don't know why. It never crossed my mind. Number 10. The Vikings were the first to discover America. Again, some of these are commonly known facts, and some of these are, well, you know, less common. And and when I say discovered, I don't mean like discover. It's like out of Europeans. So, yeah. The Luftwaffe had a master interrogator whose tactic was being as nice as possible. Can you imagine that's your interrogation tactic? Just be a really nice person. Number 12. In ancient Colossus died, molten metal was poured down his throat. That is such an uneasy feeling to have. Like, oh my god, I get he's already dead, but Jesus. Number 15. Germany uncovers 2,000 tons of unexploded bombs every year. Number 16. In ancient Greece, wearing skirts was very manly. So to all my femboys out there, we win the history debate. Let's go. Number 17. A singing birthday card has more computer power in it than the entire Allied army of World War II. Which I don't, some of these I have a hard time believing, but at the same time, it doesn't seem too far-fetched. Anyways, number 18. In 1386, a pig was executed in France. This was because in France, animals, I don't know if it was just in France or if it was just during that time, but animals had really poor rights. Like really poor rights. Number 19. Cleopatra's reign was closer to the moon landings than the Great Pyramids being built, which is nuts to think about. Shrapnel is named after its inventor, British Army officer Henry Shrapnel, which is kind of funny, I guess, to me at least. Since 1945, all British tanks have been equipped with tea-making facility, which is the most British thing they could have done for their tanks. There's no way around it. I love a good cup of tea, but my god. Number 22. During World War I, the French built a fake Paris. This was just to throw off the Germans, which makes sense because, you're not getting our Paris. Anyways, number 23. The Eastern Roman Empire's weapon, called Greek fire, was used in ship-mounted flamethrowers. Can you imagine that? Just having a ship with a flamethrower and it just... Damn, that'd be terrifying. Number 24. The 600-year-old Voynich manuscript still baffles scientists because no one can read it and no one knows who wrote it and why they wrote it and what language it is, which it's something that keeps me up at night. Number 25. A Japanese fighter pilot once dropped wreaths over the ocean to commemorate the dead from both sides. Number 26. 4% of the Normandy beaches are made up of shrapnel from D-Day landings. Number 27. The saying, fly off the handle, originates from the 1800s. Number 28. Fox tossing was once a popular sport. And yes, it's exactly what you think it is. It's literally what you think it is. Number 29. Turkeys were once worshipped as gods by the Mayans. Number 30. Captain Morgan was a real guy. I kind of forgot who Captain Morgan was, so this did not come as a shock Genghis Khan was tolerant of all religions. So he was just chill like that, I guess. Number 32. Thomas Edison didn't invent most of the stuff he patented, which a lot of people will, get wrong. Is that like, oh, he invented this, and it's just like, chances are most inventors came up with the idea, but it never actually got like invented or made until, later on, or something along those lines. Number 33. Albert Einstein turned down the presidency of Israel. This was because he was a German, a Jewish German, which is why they offered him the presidency, as along with some other things, I'm sure. But yeah. Number 34. British soldiers would use sperm in their letters, which is kind of nasty to think about, but like, you have an infinite amount of it, I guess. So, use what you can, I guess. Also because, if you like heat it up slightly, it turns brown, and then, invisible, and then visible. So, yeah. Number 35. Roman Emperor Caligula made one of his favorite horses a senator. Some of these are just funny. Number 36. Pope Gregory IX declared war on cats. I have no idea why. Number 37. The Leaning Tower of Pisa was never straight. Which, same, I guess, but yeah. Number 38. During the Great Depression, people made clothes out of food, snacks, like the wrappers and stuff like that. Number 39. Lord Byron kept a bear in his college dorm. Which, wild, I guess, but you go. Number 40. Iceland has the world's oldest parliament in history, going back to 930. Like the year 930, which is old as shit. Number 41. Since the end of World War I, over 1,000 people have died from leftover unexploded bombs. Which is really sad. Number 42. 46 BC was 445 days long and is the longest year in human history. It's also known as the Year of Confusion because during this time, Julius Caesar added 2 extra leap months, and it confused the fuck out of everyone. Number 43. 100 million years ago, the Sahara Desert was inhabited by galloping crocodiles, which is terrifying to think about. Can you imagine a crocodile galloping towards you? There's no escape at that point. Number 44. During the Victorian period, it was normal to photograph relatives right after they died. So essentially, you would take a family picture. Just now, you would have your dead grandma Betsy laying there in the picture, and you guys all just look at the camera all depressed and shit, which is kind of weird to think about, but whatever. People did weird, strange things. Number 46. One man survived both the bombing of Nagasaki and Hiroshima. Number 46. The shortest war 52. During a Roman triumph, soldiers sang lewd songs about their commanders to amuse the crowds. I feel so bad for the commanders in that situation. Number 53. Ancient Egyptian pharaohs used their slaves as flycatchers by covering them in honey. Number 54. In ancient Rome, urine was used as mouthwash, which, ew, first of all. It's disgusting. Number 55. In the Victorian era, men with mustaches used special cups. They literally had like attachments or whatever that would prevent their mustaches from getting like wet and whatnot, which that's kind of funny. Number 56. The earliest ever lottery was during the Chinese Han Dynasty between 205 to 187 BC. Number 57. Spartans were so rich that nobody had to work. I'm assuming aside from military related stuff. Can you imagine being that rich? Man, that would have been awesome. Number 58. Spartan women owned most of the land and wealth in Sparta because women give birth to real men in Sparta. Number 59. The University of Oxford is older than the Aztec Empire. The university was officially made, or I guess considered a university, in 1249 BC, whereas the Aztecs started in 1325. It's one of those things that makes you helps you kind of grasp the actual history and how old some things actually are. But anyways, number 60. The World War II Army of the US is the largest army in history, reaching 12 million soldiers. Number 61. Only 6 people died in the Great Fire of London in 1666. However, it did destroy 13,500 houses. Number 62. Count Dracula was inspired by a real person, aka Vlad the Impaler, who, as the name implies, impaled a lot of people and also drank their blood. Although I feel like this one was more of superstition than an actual fact. More so to strike fear into people that heard about him, but regardless. Number 63. The most prolific female serial killer was a Hungarian countess in 1560. She even often bathed in her victim's blood to preserve her youthfulness. Bathe. She would fill her bathtub with this blood and just, take a quick dip. That is nasty. Number 64. For 12 years during the French Revolutionary period, France had a whole new calendar. The French will be the French, I guess. C'est la vie. Number 65. Genghis Khan created one of the first international The Circus Maximus in Rome is still one of the largest capacity sports arenas ever built. Number 71. The fastest surgeon ever ended up causing a 300% mortality rate. This was, I believe, because he was amputating someone's leg and he cut through it too fast to the point where he cut through his assistant's finger, and I guess the blood and whatnot caused a chain reaction, and I think someone had a heart attack and then another person bled out, and then I think he killed himself or something like that. Or, I don't know, I could be wrong, but something along those lines. Which is kind of funny, but not really at the same time. Number 72. Hitler's nephew fought against the Nazis in World War II. A little family turmoil right there. Number 73. Charles Darwin invented his own wheeled office chair. I don't know why this one is so significant, but I should probably look into it. Number 74. The first official medals of honor were awarded during the American Civil War. Number 75. Hollywood moved from New York to Los Angeles to escape Edison's patents. Number 76. Shakespeare originated the Yo Mama joke, and this is why Shakespeare is fantastic. Number 77. The Dutch Silly or Silly, I don't know, it's spelled Scilly. I'm just gonna say silly. The Dutch Silly War lasted 335 years and had no battles and no deaths from 1651 to 1986. Number 78. During World War II, Americans called hamburgers Liberty Steaks. books date back roughly 100,000 years ago. Number 84. Ancient Egyptians used stone slabs as pillows. Number 85. Paul Tibbets, the pilot of the Enola Gay, didn't have a funeral or a headstone. I don't know why. Number 86. Hitler helped design the Volkswagen Beetle. So, thank you, I guess, for Herbie. Number 87. Winston Churchill had a doctor's note to drink an indefinite amount of alcohol in Prohibition America. Number 88. In ancient Greece, they believed redheads became vampires after death. Probably because they had pale skin and a few other abnormal, quote unquote, qualities in their time. Number 89. America's National School Lunch Program of 1946 was due to World War II. Number 90. Abraham Lincoln was a wrestling champion, only losing one fight out of 300. If this is actually true, holy shit, that is awesome. Number 91. The guillotine was invented to create equality in execution. Number 92. The Soviet Union tried to snuff out the memory of Genghis Khan. Apparently they felt threatened or something by it, or something relating to it. So, yeah. Number 93. Ferrets, dogs, and monkeys were the most popular pets in the Roman Empire. Number 94. Tablecloths were originally designed to be used as one big communal napkin. Number 95. A Chernobyl firefighter was exposed to so much radiation that his eye color changed. Radiation can do some crazy things, man. Number 96. Before Julius Caesar invaded Britain, many Romans didn't believe it existed. Which is kind of crazy to think about, considering it was one of the most powerful, like after the Roman Empire, it was one of the most powerful empires around. Number 97. Cleopatra wasn't Egyptian. Apparently, it was some kind of offset thing from Alexandria, from Queen Alexandria. But yeah. Number 98. Cleopatra was the first of her dynasty to speak ancient Egyptian. Number 99. Alexander the Great named over 70 cities after himself. Talk about being self-centered.